Today we'll be talking all about the difference between optimism and toxic positivity. Stick around. Welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name's Nina, and this channel is dedicated to psychology, personal development, and leading our best life possible. So if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one. We definitely want you to stay connected. So the research could not be any more clear. We know 100% that an optimistic attitude and a positive mindset really does increase our overall happiness and our life satisfaction. Unfortunately, however, in an effort to be happy and optimistic, we accidentally can cross over into what is called toxic positivity, which can have a very negative effect on our emotional well-being and on our happiness level. So what exactly does that mean? What is toxic positivity? It can be defined as an excessive desire to remain happy or keep a positive mindset despite difficult situations or emotional pain, which results in the invalidation of any negative feelings. So in other words, it's when we put pressure on ourselves or on other people to remain optimistic or happy regardless of the circumstance. So what ends up happening is that we are silenced or we are silencing someone else because we are completely disregarding their true feelings. So this results in feelings getting stuffed down or unaddressed because we feel like we cannot share them, which makes it very difficult to move on after difficult situations or after a heartbreak. So this is a very, very dangerous practice. Optimism, on the other hand, is more about hopefulness and an attempt to see the good in situations, which is very different from denying negative emotions or experiences. Optimism is a healthy mindset that leads to positive outcomes, whereas toxic positivity results in repressed emotions and guilt simply for taking part in the authentic human emotional spectrum. When we disallow feelings that we don't find ideal, it goes far beyond trying to have a sunny disposition. It is not only unrealistic, but it can have severe consequences on both our mental and our physical health. So like I mentioned, we can put these unhealthy expectations on ourselves and we can put them on other people. But most of the time, our intentions are good. We are trying to genuinely be helpful, but unfortunately, it can really backfire when we don't take circumstance into consideration. So how can we tell the difference? How can we tell the difference between optimism and toxic positivity? Let's look at some of the signs. It can show up as feeling guilty over negative emotions, constantly trying to brush off legitimate concerns, not addressing real-life situations because we feel pressure to appear happy, trying to mask our true feelings, minimizing the experiences of others by responding to their concerns with positivity catchphrases, or trying to move on before we are emotionally ready to do so. We do have to be patient with ourselves and understand that only wanting to display positive emotions is part of human nature a lot of times, and a lot of times we are also conditioned to do so. Many times we are taught that it is bad to show our negative emotions, so we kind of learn to hide them and disguise them in some way. A lot of times also, we are just trying to be considerate and we don't want to dump our negative emotions on other people. So again, that leads us to try to kind of conceal them. And while that is a noble thought, it is important to remember that balance is so important. Being optimistic or having a positive mindset should never mean that we have to deny our real life emotions or be invalidated in any way. And in fact, suppressing our emotions can lead to a variety of very serious consequences, such as anxiety or depression. So it is a practice that we really want to learn to steer away from. We also have to understand that we have a spectrum of emotions for a reason. They are all perfectly appropriate to feel in the situations that match them. We never want to suppress our emotions, and we can't move past them until we honor them. We also have to learn to love ourselves unconditionally and be accepting of ourselves no matter what our feelings happen to be. The same thing goes for our loved ones. We need to be able to love them no matter how they are feeling. They can't be expected to be happy or optimistic when they are going through difficult moments of their life. Life simply isn't black and white, and all or nothing thinking leads to all kinds of negative circumstances. So we have to be really careful about judging ourselves and judging other people for merely being human and having human emotions. So yes, we definitely want to strive to be optimistic, but we have to be realistic and know that's not going to happen all the time, and that is fine. When we can instead learn to address and to honor even our most negative emotions, it can truly help us move past them a lot more quickly. It can also help us become genuinely happy and optimistic when we are able to accept all the different aspects of our own selves. So do let me know in the comments if you feel that you have been personally affected by toxic positivity, or if it's something that you have been unknowingly kind of perpetuating yourself. I would love to hear your insight and thoughts on that. And as always, I truly hope you found today's video interesting and helpful. If you did, please like it, share it with someone else who may need to hear the same message. And also do become a subscriber if you aren't one already. We definitely want you to stay connected. And I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have an absolutely incredible day.